Welcome back to another episode of Balancing Healthy. We have another guest episode today. Very exciting. Second one in my little client series I'm doing. So, I've got Nicole here and I'll get her to intro herself in a little bit. But she has been a client of mine since November, start of November, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Um, Balancing her clients in my like group coaching membership kind of tier. But the reason I want to bring you on, Nicole, is because you're also like in the fitness industry as well in terms of what you do. So I might let you tell us a bit about yourself, what the people want to know, what do you do, like all the kind of things. Just go for your life.
Okay, so my name is Nicole, obviously. I work as a Pilates instructor, as says I'm in the fitness industry. But I also moonlight as a social media manager for my friend's
Yeah.
orthodontic clinic. But yeah, besides all of that, like I really love doing Pilates on the side. And I also have my grandma hobbies, as I like to call them. So like scrapbooking, junk journaling. Embroidery. I'm sure I'll do crochet at some point.
Yeah.
And baking bread.
I was
Yes,
gonna say, I feel like you have so many hobbies.
I do. But then I
Yeah.
get decision paralysis and then I just sit on the couch and doom scroll.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, it's that thing of like, oh shit, I'm overwhelmed. Like, which one should I do?
Yeah, it's like which one? Okay, phone.
Yeah, that's me when I'm picking a book. I'm like, which one should I do? And I might have four,
Yeah.
and then I don't start any of them because I'm
Yeah.
like, too much. I don't
Yeah.
know which
Yeah.
one.
Like
So
nope.
yeah, yeah, I feel that. All right. My big question that I ask all my guests that come on the potty is, what are you currently trying to balance in life right now?
I am trying to balance rest and recovery. So
Mm,
if you don't know, I'm doing the well, you know this, but
yeah,
I'm doing like 20 classes in 28 days at my local Pilates studio. And it's basically like 5 classes a week. Three are like reformer and mat, and then I'll do like a yin or a breath work class.
yeah,
So it's like 3 to 4 like reformer or mat
like
classes,
yeah,
but then also 1 to 2 gym sessions. So trying to fit
yeah,
that
it's a
in
lot.
while also trying to make sure I rest my body.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been a lot. So I'm looking forward to going back to like true balance of doing gym and also like just recovery.
Yeah, I'm so glad
Yeah.
that you pointed that out because I didn't even think of that. Like with the timing of recording
Yeah.
this episode and like because obviously like balancing healthy and balancing her and like
Yeah.
I would not say guys go and do three gym and four
Yeah.
Pilates and do like that's it's a lot. So I'm so glad that you just said
Yeah.
that. Um, I actually think I want to go straight into more. I know I said that I want to start with like Pilates and how to get into
Hmm.
teaching, but I feel like that could stem from more about you and in terms of like, well, as far back as it goes, whether it's
Yeah.
childhood, like teenager, whatever it is, in terms of like nutrition, training, like any food issues, like anything that you, like you feel like you want to share for your journey and kind of like how it then got you into teaching and then got you into like where we are now.
Yeah.
So
I feel
life and
like
life.
there've been like blurry points in between
Oh
there,
yeah.
but starting from the start, I suppose I grew up very luckily in an Asian family where we are encouraged to eat and just like
Yes.
to our heart's content. It is Chinese New Year today, so I'm going
Yeah.
to be eating a lot
So I've got the
tonight.
red. I
Yes,
did that
hey,
intentionally.
hey. I know I should have worn red, but the red one was in the wash, so whatever. Um, but yeah, so we grew up just eating a lot. Like mum and dad would always take us out to restaurants or would be eating with family and it'd be like constantly just big dinners. So we were
Yeah.
always encouraged to like finish what was on our plate and things
Hmm.
like that. So I suppose growing up, food has always meant like connection and family to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that has really helped, sort of into adulthood where I don't really restrict myself. So
Yeah.
like doing a calorie deficit is like the most I've ever kind of restricted myself, so to speak, but it's
Yeah.
for, you know, weight loss and muscle gain.
Yeah.
It's been
Exactly.
really good. So I'm really, really grateful to my family for that. I wouldn't say that my family are big on exercise. I
Yeah.
think I was like probably like the first kind of child to like jump into the world of exercise.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember going to uni and joining Deakin University like cheerleading team. So I was
Oh,
just,
so
oh, bring it
random.
on. Yeah. And I joined that, did that for about 2 or 3 years, had like minor injuries. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to continue this anymore, and it's getting a little expensive. So
Yeah.
then after that, my friend was just like, oh, if you're looking to do something, why don't you come to KX Pilates with me? And this was in like 2015 when there
Oh my
were not
God.
many Pilates studios
Yeah, I was like,
around.
I didn't realize they were even
Yeah.
around back then.
Yeah. So it was just KX. Like nowadays, there's Pilates studios at every single corner.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Yeah. So started doing Pilates around 2015, 2016. Yeah. And it's been about 9 or 10
And
years of me doing Pilates now.
wow. So wait, when did you start teaching it then?
I started teaching it, finished my degree, my certification in lockdown. Yeah.
Oh wow. So it's been like
I
quite a couple of
Yeah,
years.
I used to be a kindergarten teacher, and lockdown just kind of burned me out, and management as well. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so one day I just saw an advert from Unite Health, and I was just like, okay, let's sign up for this. And the next thing you know, this is now my career.
Yeah. I love that because I feel like it's kind of I feel like it's a similar story for me. Like it was lockdown, the first like 2020 lockdown, and I didn't have a job for like 6 months
Okay.
of that. And then I was just like, I need a job. So I just went into any random kind of full-time work. It was like November 2020 that I started there. And then I was doing F45 where I'd started F45 at like December that year. So within like 2 months, I was like, one of the trainers who's still one of my best friends, I
Mm.
was just like to her, you look like you're having so much fun. And like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. So I was just like, oh, fuck it. Like, I'll just do a cert
Yeah.
3 in fitness, which gets you your group fitness. And then I was like, oh, the cert 4, like, it's just like comes together. So like, I'll just
Yeah.
do them both.
Yeah.
And here we are, freaking, what,
Yeah.
5 years later? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, like it eventuated to so much more.
Yeah. I love it because it's not like a traditional 9 to 5. And I don't know
No,
if you have you worked a 9 to 5 before?
I did a few.
Yeah. Yeah. Was it your thing?
No, I
Yeah,
hated that. And
same. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm just like, I like flexibility for one thing,
Yes.
but I
Yeah.
think I just can't like
Sit at a desk all
do,
day.
yeah. And I'm
Yeah,
just
I
like, I
can't.
like to, like, I'd prefer to start work at like 6 a.m. Do you know what
Yes,
I mean?
me too. Yeah.
Like, that's always been my vibe. Like, when I worked at Macca's, before I'd done all my certs, before I went to an office, before I did all of that,
Yeah.
I used to work in McCafe. So it was
Yeah.
like
6
4:30
a.m.
start, could do a
Yeah.
whole shift, finish at 12:30. Like, I've got my whole day. Like, I was
Yeah. I love it,
loving it.
honestly. Yeah.
So I think it's the best thing ever. I can't do nights, so I like really struggle.
You and
I
I are the
finally,
same.
I'm off them now,
Yeah.
but
I do
yeah,
2 nights. So I do Monday night and I do Thursday night. But Thursday night I get home at like 9:30 and I'm like wrecked by then.
yeah.
Monday I actually teach at a studio close to home. So I'm home like finish at 7:20. I'm home by like 7:25.
Yeah, see, I love that. And maybe we should actually talk to, I guess it's probably good actually. Maybe we should talk to that. I know I hadn't like put it on here to start with,
Yeah. And
but
yeah.
shift workers
Yeah.
essentially, and like having to kind of adapt and I guess trying to stay on track
Mm.
with meals and training and this and that and like
Yeah.
all the kind of things. I think I can always talk to in my kind of experience first and then we can go into
Mm.
yours.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, I don't even know where to start with this. It's that thing of it's so dependent on the kind of work you do and the kind of shift you do. Like for us, it would be very like split shift
Yes. Yeah.
vibes. Whereas someone, doing shift work might be doing like I have another client, she does like 12 hours at a time. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like it's so dependent. Um, I think for someone like her, she just kind of had to literally get her gym in
Yeah.
mostly on her non-work days, but then
Yeah.
sometimes she just had to train on training day. I mean
Yeah.
on work day. So it was whether like she trained before like fucking at like 3 or 4 a.m. before she started, or she'd have to try and deal with it after. And I think for most people, no one wants to train after work,
No. No.
right? No one wants to cook dinner when they get home at 9 p.m. So I think it's having that planning and preparation and also finding what works for you. For example,
Yeah.
for me, I'm only 2 days a week at MFW currently, but they're like quite long days. So I have to have breakfast and snacks and whatever prepped
Yeah.
so I can scoff it between clients. And that's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's like between classes or clients, like when do I have time here and there?
Yeah.
And like, because like you don't get like a classic
Yeah.
break because
No,
it's
you
not a
don't.
long
Yeah.
shift in
Yeah.
quotation marks.
I remember
Um,
I remember Joe telling me the first time she ever started at MFW, she's like,
mm,
what do you do before like a long shift? Like, do you eat a big breakfast? And I'm like, girl, if you're teaching 4 classes, eat a big breakfast. And then
yeah,
when she was done with that, she was like, thank you so much. I ate a
yeah.
big breakfast. I'm so good now.
Yeah, right. And like it is that thing of I didn't do that for ages.
Yeah.
And I like because I mean I'm not starving at 5 a.m. Like,
Yeah.
gotta be honest. I didn't do that for so long. I didn't eat anything though. Like I was just like, I'm just gonna rock up and start teaching and then have breakfast at a break. And
Hmm.
then I was like fucking exhausted by 12 p.m. And I was like, what is that? I was like, it wasn't
That,
that one
no,
of
I
my
have a
friends
feeling.
was like, yeah, she was like, what do you have for breakfast? And I was like, oh, I have my overnight wheat bix at like this time.
Yeah.
She's like, why don't you eat like first thing? And I was like, dude, like, it
Yeah.
just didn't occur to me that it was like, I've got 3 classes, especially at the moment.
Yeah.
I go 3 back to back. They're waitlisted. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's busy. That's like, go,
Yeah.
go, go. I'm demonstrating. I'm walking up and
Yeah.
down. I do like
You're
8,000 steps
hyping
a
them
day.
up and it's like it's a lot of
Yeah. I'm
energy.
like,
Yeah.
it takes so much. And I
Mhm.
think it's one of those things that people don't think about. And that's why I always talk about like your neat, your steps, like your
Yeah.
data. Like when I ask, and I would have asked you this, I'm like, what do you do for work? What do you do for your hobbies? What do you
Mm.
do day to day? Like run me through a typical week in your life because
Yeah.
people don't think about certain things they do use
Yeah.
enough energy, even mental energy. Like it's takes a lot and we need to be fueling for that
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well. So yeah. Anyway, let's talk to your I yapped a bit too much. Let's talk to what you've kind of found currently in terms of like balancing out shift
Mm.
work and I feel like more so nutrition because I think training when you do what we do, like you can kind of like split it
Yeah.
around certain shifts and it can be okay.
Mm.
But maybe even let's talk to nutrition because that was something that we spoke to
Yeah.
like
My
quite a bit
protein.
recently. Yeah, and especially with the
Yeah.
calorie deficit. So run us through, let's say either Monday or Thursday, because I know those 2 days were like
Good memory.
the
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I was like, I remember it's the Monday morning and then the Thursday night. Yeah. I know those
Okay.
two are like
Yeah.
your kind of busier days. So
Yeah.
even just like running us through a typical day for either of them,
Yeah.
and I guess like how you eat, especially being in the deficit at the moment, how you eat around teaching,
Yeah.
training, um, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. My doorbell just rang.
No, that's okay. I didn't even hear it.
So basically on a Monday, I'll wake up at like 5 a.m. And like you said, I have my cereal, but then I'll
hmm
bring like a protein bar or like a smoothie with me. And then I'll teach from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then because I teach in the gym that I go to as well, I just
Mm.
go straight out of the reformer room into the gym room and I'm there.
Yeah,
Like I basically have no excuse to not go
yeah,
unless I'm really, really tired.
yeah,
And then after that, I'll come home and I'll have like eggs and avo on toast. Same shit, different day.
yeah,
And then after that, I don't really know what I do. Sometimes I meal prep, but sometimes I'll like do my hobbies and whatnot. And then at 1:30 on the dot, I'll go down for a nap.
yeah. I knew you were about to say that.
I
But
sound
the
like a
way you
child.
said
I'm
it
going
sounds
down for a
like putting
nap.
a baby down for a nap.
Yeah,
1:30 on the dot, it's
1:30
nap
on the
time.
dot. Research shows that 1.5 hours is a good one.
Yeah,
I took an hour nap before this podcast and I woke up groggy.
yeah.
Hour and a half is good.
Interesting.
If not, 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Um, then I'll wake up around like 3 or 3:30. I'll have my lunch then
yeah.
because I need it to fill me up for the 3 classes that I'm going to teach.
Yes. And
So I'll
that's,
try,
I'll just touch on that quickly as
yeah,
well, because
yeah,
I ate lunch
late.
like, I was going to say like, because I had to eat it before we recorded.
Yeah,
That felt really early for me. It
yeah,
wasn't that early, it was
yeah,
1:30.
yeah.
But again, you got to look at like your routines and stuff because generally by the time I do X, Y, Z of the day, it's
Mm.
literally like 2 to 3 o'clock when
Yeah,
I eat lunch.
exactly.
And it kind
Yeah,
of works perfect for my
yeah,
in-person days as well, because that's
yeah,
kind of when I finish. So it does like work out
yeah,
for me. It's late for some people, but I also eat dinner later. So
yeah.
it's, you got to find
Yeah,
out what works.
same.
Anyway,
So I'll eat at 3:30 and I'll go to work and I'll basically just feel like I've burned off my lunch in like three
yeah.
classes because I'm walking and I'm apparently talking digests you very quickly as
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
And I'll come back at 7:30 and I'll have my dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Um,
feels good.
yeah, Thursdays are a little bit different. Like I'll have my lunch at 3:30 p.m. And then I'll
Yeah.
go and teach. I'll finish at 8:15. I'll always have my protein smoothie with me because
Yeah.
I get hungry, but I won't get hungry like on the train. I'll just get like a little bit hungry for like a smoothie or
Yeah.
something, or a protein bar. And then I'll come home and I'll have dinner at like 9:30.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, what's the train journey? 40
45
minutes?
minutes. Yeah. It's the
45
same if
minutes,
I
yeah.
drive, but when I'm
Yeah.
traveling, I don't feel the hunger.
Yeah. And I think I actually, low key, is so random, prefer the train to
Yeah.
driving. Because like you can
Yeah.
just sit and chill and
You don't
like
have to worry about traffic, you know?
yeah. And like you can read a book, you can fucking do
Yes.
whatever you want to do. Like
Yeah.
I kind of low key miss when the
Love
4 months that
Yeah.
I took the train from Officer Cardinia
Of
to
those, yeah.
South Yarra. I was like,
Yeah.
shit, I probably shouldn't have said location, but I'm not there now, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Um, because I was like an hour, like, yeah, I got on the train at 4:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I had an hour to like just kind of like wrap my head around things. And I feel like I sleep better when I have that time. Like
Yeah.
because like where I am now, I'm so close to work. It's an
Mhm.
8-minute train journey.
Oh, that's so
So
good.
it's just not as much time for me to
No,
just kind of like
it's not.
chill on the
So
train.
get there in 8 minutes. Ah, yeah.
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 And I feel like I was gonna say something, I completely forgot.
My bad.
Yeah, don't know. That's all right. It'll come back.
I feel like it was about Thursday night, the 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, eating at 9:30.
And I feel like I spoke to you about that because I was just like, I'm not sure if this is good. And you said that it's only once a week. So usually,
Yeah. And
yeah.
like
I'll
what are you
usually
gonna
have
do?
something light, like a wrap or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say and this is what I say to everyone. It depends on how hungry you are for one thing. There is like your body needs a couple of hours to digest your dinner. That's why they say like try and eat like 2 hours before sleep. But
Yeah.
like it's just not fucking possible for some
No.
people.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
night shift workers, like what are they gonna do?
oh, yeah.
Do you know
I'll
what I mean?
usually eat at 9:30, but because I'm like bedtime procrastinating, I won't go to bed until like 11. So that still gives it a bit.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you'll even find, are you tired before 11?
Yeah, I'm usually like exhausted by the time I get home, just because
Oh, okay.
like, the sun's gone down and I've spent like 3 hours hyping people up and walking
Yeah.
around and demonstrating.
Yeah.
So my
I
body
was
is,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, because like, do you find that you can't sleep? So, for example, when I was traveling from Officer to South Yarra, an hour journey, I was actually working the Tuesday night and then the Wednesday morning, which was not great because I would get home at 9:30, have to
yeah,
have dinner, shower, all the things, and be up at 3:30. So that was highly like, do not recommend that. I know it was,
that's
yeah, it
crazy.
was a time, but it was
Yeah.
temporary and I knew that, so it was fine. But I
I
found
think,
that like my
so you go.
family were all night owls as well, so that
Yeah,
doesn't freaking
that's
help
hard.
anything because I'm
Yeah,
like, I need to get to bed, and they're like, "Ah," and I'm like, no.
yeah.
But showering and eating at that
Mm.
time, I really struggled to
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't fall asleep before 11:30.
Yeah, yeah. I find that
Yes.
I'm just one of my, I would like to say my secret talent is I can nap anywhere and I can
Yeah.
sleep at any time. Like, doesn't matter if I'm like super tired or not super tired, I'll be able to fall asleep in like 10 minutes.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
because like, do you ever have days where you're not feeling tired, but you can just nap anyway?
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
like, that is so
Just like,
wild
I
to
feel like
me.
my body needs a nap, so I'm gonna go for a nap. Yeah.
That is.
It's really funny because James hates that I can fall asleep so quickly because he takes forever to sleep.
Yeah. I'm like, I feel like I won't go to bed or like actively say it's sleep time unless I'm like eyes are drooping. Because I
Yeah.
don't want that laying awake. I'm like, I'm either reading or maybe I'm playing a game, like whatever I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
And then when it's like, oh, now they're like, the eyes are drooping, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, now it's sleep time,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
not great sometimes because then I'm not getting enough sleep. But I
No.
just, I think the ADHD, I know what it is. I'm
Yeah.
impatient.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I'm not falling asleep straight away, I want to do something instead. So I don't have to think about it because the more I think about it, then I'm not falling asleep.
Yeah. Do you go to
Do you know what
bed
I
with
mean?
your phone?
Pardon?
You go to bed with your phone?
It's next to me,
Okay. I would
but
say
I'm
just
not like,
outside of your room because that actually really helps me to just like switch off, like put my
oh,
phone in another room to charge and don't touch it until like after you've had breakfast.
I just, only, no, only because I don't want to wake Mitch up. So it's
You wake
like,
him up.
the way that as soon as, I don't think you understand it, as soon as my alarm goes off, how quick I grab it and turn it off. Like as soon as I hear it, I'm like,
Go
I
and
don't
get
know.
like one of those other alarm clocks. Like I have a Hatch alarm clock.
Oh no, I do have one,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I
Then
just
charge your phone outside and then put the alarm on and then switch it off.
that's too much, too much. I can't. Ah, I can't.
It's
Also,
honestly that's helped me the most without having my screens for like 2 hours or an hour before I sleep.
uh, I
You're
was
like,
gonna say I'm pretty bad lately as well, though. I'm just always doing
on.
something. Like I'm always, example, if I'm working the next morning, I'm just
Yeah.
like checking the programming, checking who's in, like I'm
Yeah.
trying to prepare myself, and then I'm getting a
Yeah.
bit in these ones, but in my head.
It's very
But
hard when you're a
yeah.
business owner as well because
Oh,
you are
fucking
on
oath.
24/7. You came out of the
24/7.
9 to 5 to not work a 9 to 5, but now you're working
Yeah.
24/7.
I know. I know. I'm trying to fix it. But that's because that's where I'm like, it's getting to the point where I'm like, I'm always on the screens. It's really bad, but it's okay. It's okay. We move
Oh,
on. Um, I feel like did I want to touch on I was going to touch on the Monday morning stuff quickly because we
yeah.
spoke about that obviously. I can't fully remember what you were doing prior to what we do now, but just for
I
context,
was having wheat bix.
yeah.
Then
Oh, you were having a full overnight week because
yeah, I was having like I
teaching?
was crashing at like 11 a.m.
Yeah. So you're having your wee bix at like 5:30
Yeah.
a.m.
Yeah.
And then
And
you were
then
teaching for a couple of hours and then straight to gym, wasn't it?
yeah.
That's right. So that's what we did. We split
Mm.
up the
Yeah.
carbs and the protein. That's right. Okay. So I just wanted to highlight that. So for anyone listening that, because again, I have never been able to go from teaching to gym
Mm.
straight away because, well, not straight away, but like without any extra food because the energy is just fucked. Like it just takes so much from you. So there is that way of doing it where you can split it up. We spoke about it's easy. Again, typically you'd want your carbs before your training, but we spoke about it again. You can't really carry cereal with you. That's what we said, wasn't it? It's a bit hard to
I mean
carry
I could, but
cereal.
it's like very inconvenient. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like we're just having the carbs first and then
Yeah.
some and protein before training's fine as well anyway, but it's like that's
Yeah.
just the way that we've
Um,
done it.
but I would say like Monday morning, I don't do as much. I wouldn't say I don't do as much teaching as I do on a Monday night. So I only ever have like one person in class. So I
Okay.
try to preserve the energy by like sitting down on the reformer next to them.
Yeah, okay.
So that kind of
Yeah.
helps. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I'm like, when I've got my period and I've got a like full class, I can't really do much. But then
Oh,
when I've got a PT client, I'm like, do you mind if I just sit down for a second?
yeah.
Like, I just
Yeah.
need to relax. And they're like, yeah, go. They're like, you can lay down. I don't care. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, please.
Seriously, like something that I've learned from being a Pilates teacher is like people don't give a shit. If you need to sit down because
Yeah,
your lower back hurts, they're like, cool, sit down so long as you're teaching us.
yeah, literally. And I'm like, I still like in me, I'm like, I shouldn't do that. But I'm like, it's fine. Like, you know, the people that are fine, then you know the people
Yeah.
that are like, why are you doing that? You know, you have those people. So anyway. All right. We were going to go into, oh yeah, so now we might just go into more like your journey in terms of like why you chose to start coaching. Because I know obviously you had a previous coach. I don't know if you had someone before that person.
Um, no. So I actually joined the Whitney Simmons program.
Oh, yes, you
You know,
did say.
love Whitney Simmons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But obviously I was realizing that they had form videos, but they wouldn't explain how to properly do it. And I was like, okay. I actually did lose weight just doing like a calorie
yeah,
deficit through a nutritionist and also Whitney Simmons program. But
yeah,
then I was like, okay, I want a PT and a nutritionist together. Lo and
yeah.
behold, says came in.
Hey, here I
Um,
am.
but yeah, I suppose I just wanted guidance because I've never done like calorie deficits or maintenance before. And also,
Mm,
I still consider myself like a experienced beginner in the gym.
yeah, yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um,
it's just needing that guidance, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think it is that next step of like, okay, I've done like the app thing because I did it too.
Yeah.
Did the app thing, kind of get familiar with things. Like it's like,
Mm.
okay, like this is cool. And then like it's that next step of like now like let's dive into it. Like how can we progressive overload? How can
Mm.
we structure training so that like it makes sense and like all the kind of things like that. So love that. And I
Yeah.
even think the nutrition side as well. I've had this conversation so many times and I had it with Tish on the previous
Yeah.
podcast recording, and then I had it with check-ins, and I was like, I've had this conversation so many times. I think then I posted it in the Balancing Her
Yeah.
group chat.
Yeah.
But like calories,
Mm.
it's data. Like people demonize it, people,
Mm.
say it's bad, all this stuff, but it only is if you make it that way. Like
Yes.
if
Yeah.
you don't spend the time learning, if for little things like you're like, Sarah, how can I like what can we do on a Monday morning to give me some more energy for my
Yeah.
training, blah blah blah. And all we had to do instead of being like reinventing the wheel, it was like, cool, we're just
Yeah.
gonna split up your
Yeah.
breakfast.
And the wheat bix was also like higher in calories than the
Yeah.
checks. So I was like going over my calorie count for the entire day.
Yeah,
So
that's right. Because it was like you
yeah.
would hit your calories by
Yes.
like lunchtime or
Yeah, I think
something.
like the wheat bix was like 400 something calories. It was ridiculous.
Mm.
And check was like 114.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because it's just straight carbs. So it's like, great,
Yeah.
nice hit of energy.
Yeah.
And like as well, I don't know how did you feel actually digestion wise eating Weet-Bix that early, like a overnight Weet-Bix that early?
I didn't feel it until after training. It felt like it hit me like really heavy
Mm.
because I know it's grainy. So
Yeah, I feel like it can like when you have something big like that and then like that early, I mean, and then you just kind of go like you straight away go. It
yeah.
does. I feel like at least for me it hits after
Yeah.
and then I have that what's it called like the
Right?
sluggishness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's how I generally feel about it. That's why I was curious
So
to see
like
that.
my previous nutritionist said, oh, put in some honey for like fast acting sugar, pretty much.
Mm.
But I found like the honey wasn't enough. So like having the checks, having that more sugar actually really helped to like kickstart my day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I think something as well, I actually tell people to add honey to what they're having. Because for
Okay.
me, just having a banana doesn't work anymore. Like
Mm.
I've been doing that for too long.
Yeah.
It's just not happening. So like this morning I had rice cakes, banana, and a
And
little bit of honey.
yeah.
And only, actually, I can literally tell you, three rice cakes. The banana wasn't huge. I'd say a medium-ish banana. It
Yeah.
was about 80 grams.
I'm not great at eating bananas like just straight out. I can't. I don't know. It's a texture thing.
Well, see, I buy them because Mitch has one every day, and then like I'm like it's an easy
Yeah.
grab and go, like for work or whatever. But three corn thins with 80 grams of banana and 10 grams of honey is only 174 calories. It's like it's not even breaking the bank. Like I could have more than that.
That's really good. Yeah.
And carbs, I'm pretty sure I don't have premium, so it doesn't tell me, but I'm pretty sure it was 39 grams of carbs. So it's like quick hit of energy, off to legs,
Yeah.
laughing. Um, And then, yeah, I forgot the whole point of why did I look that up? We're talking about honey. Why do we,
Okay.
how do we get to honey?
Sugars. Morning sugars.
Sugars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right. We're talking about calories.
This
And
is
yes,
not great. This is
okay.
like two girls with ADHD brain.
I know. I seem to get everyone on with ADHD as well. I'm like, this is why we have the structure in
Yeah.
the email
Yeah.
because I'm like, it gives us something to go
Yes.
through.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so I was talking about calories. That's right. So I was talking about like it takes time to learn
Mm,
calories and
yes.
everyone's going to be different, but
Yeah.
I think like I said, like it's just about like yes, self-teaching in a way, like you're inputting things yourself, you're doing things yourself, but then I'm here to help you and guide
Yes.
you. So some people like believe it or not like will not ask questions and then I'll get to their check-in and I'm like we could, like they'll say something in check-in. I'm like we could have resolved that like 5 days ago
Yeah.
if you sent me a
Yeah.
message, whereas you're really good, you're like, hey Sarah, what can I do here? Or how can I do
Yeah.
this? Or like, can we like make a plan? And I'm like, yep, cool, done. And like, that's why you're going to get further along quicker
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like you're here for the support and you're actually utilizing it,
Yeah.
which is really,
I
really good.
feel like I've eaten out so much the past 2 days, like not past 2 days, but the past like couple of weeks since I've started this challenge. But
Mm,
I've always tried to be like, okay, I must at least have 2 meals at home.
yeah.
That didn't happen for like 3 days last week. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's not going to throw me off progress if it's only like a few days. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like as long as we come straight back to it, which is another
Yeah.
thing as well. I was speaking to someone about not even binge eating, but like overindulging and things like that. And I
Yeah.
said, this is where counting the calories is going to help as well. Firstly, for an awareness point of view of like how many calories are in little snacks and little
Yeah.
like bits that you think don't count and like all of that. But also in a sense of because I know I've done this, it's like girl math of like if I didn't log it, it doesn't count. Like I didn't eat it. Like that's like
Yeah.
classic girl math, right?
I
But it
thought
does
that
count.
would be me, but turns out that I'm just like, I don't know how to log it. So like if I had
Yeah.
a Philly cheesesteak the other day, I only had half of it because number one, the calorie deficit kind of restricts my stomach from eating more a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, I was just like, okay, I'm on a calorie deficit. I shouldn't be eating this much.
Yeah. It's like, and if you don't, if you're full, then you're
Yeah,
full.
I'm full.
Like
Yeah.
it's good.
Mm.
But that's also where the food journal comes in handy because it's like,
Okay.
I don't expect, that's another thing. I don't expect you to sit there and be like, how do I log this? What are all the ingredients? Because nine times out of 10, you can estimate it
Mm.
and it will still be under
Yeah.
because they use oils and the sauces and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all the kind of things they do.
Can you
Um,
see the food journal?
I can,
Okay, yeah. Oh, I
as in
always
like the
thought that you
photos.
couldn't see it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can see
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Everfit's got a new section, which
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen because some people have been doing things on there. It's very strange. It's under it must be under my fitness pal or the
Yeah.
macro section. It's
Yeah.
come up as another tab of like a journal.
Okay.
It's pretty much my fitness pal but logged as a journal. So it
Okay. Yeah.
really someone was like, "Can I use this instead?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"I haven't I haven't done anything to do with it. From what I can see, it's the same as my fitness pal.
Okay.
Like it's
Yeah. I'll
yeah,
make
so
sure
like
to
the
add that.
actual food journal, just take a photo. Like,
Yeah.
let me see it that way, and it's so much easier. Um,
I will say I was really proud of myself for overindulging Friday night, Galentine's dinner. I think we had so much food, but it was so freaking good.
yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you have?
We went to Gilson in South Yarra for Galentine's, and we had like, you need to go there. It is so good.
What road is that on?
That's on Domain Road, so it's near Botanic Gardens.
Yes, I
Yeah.
feel like I've seen a few people go there recently.
Yeah. So we had like the wood-fired bread, prosciutto, burrata, and then we had a pasta, and that was really good. And then we had dessert, and I was just like, this is so much food.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yum.
So
Good
good.
though.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it's new because I've
No,
seen
it's
people
not
go
new. It's
there.
been there for a while.
Oh, maybe it's just
Yeah.
hyped up at the moment. I was like, I feel like I've definitely seen that a few times.
Definitely would recommend for a date night.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
And you know, what? We're around the corner. But like to me, going
Yeah.
to South Yarra feels like I'm going to work.
Yeah.
So random, but that's how it is, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's further from your work, don't worry.
Oh yeah, no, it is. Yeah. Um, all right. Let me just have a little look see at these notes. Is there anything else you had written down that we haven't touched on that we
Uh, I
just a
think
side note, guys,
you
listening to the podcast, I
asked.
emailed Nicole a list of questions just so like we have a quote unquote structure to follow because we just yap, 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 yap. And so she's got some notes as well. So like
Yeah.
we're just like a little bit prepared.
Um,
Um,
I think there was a couple of questions about whether or not I have like struggles with Pilates, like teaching Pilates.
oh yes. Oh, that's right.
And
Yes,
uh,
because
yeah,
I feel like people look at it, and
as
like
a
which I wrote this down as a quote unquote easy job,
yeah,
but maybe this will potentially help someone who just they do the ADHD thing of like, oh, I want to do that, but like,
yeah,
will they actually want to do it? Maybe you can take us through what it's like, what's involved, because again,
yeah,
from what I know, there's like extra like I don't know if you write your own workouts, so there's
yeah.
extra like bits and it's not just you going in and teaching, like there's extra
No.
things to it. So let us
Um,
know, tell us.
yeah, I feel like there is a struggle of people like Pilates is really trendy right now, which is great, but we always
Mhm.
forget the reason why Pilates is there. Like Joseph Pilates started as like a form of rehab, pretty much
Yeah.
in a prison camp, which is very interesting. Um, yeah, so I think a lot of people just see it as a way to, get the Pilates body and things like that, but it's so much more than that. It's like
Yeah.
it's a real intense workout if you follow it to detail, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if you go slow and controlled. And I think the struggle is that people see it as a really easy job because they do it so often. They do Pilates so often that they're like, oh, yeah,
Hmm.
I could do this. I'm not saying that you can't, but a lot comes with instructing. Like
Hmm.
every time I go to a class, I can't switch off my teacher brain because I'm like, this is really cool. I could teach
Yeah.
it. Then
Yeah.
I have to go home and write down the class plan before I forget. So thank you all to all the teachers I gain inspiration from.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's a lot of like preparing for the class. And I'm sure you get this when you're in a group fitness class, but you are
Hmm.
constantly switched on. You're making sure everyone has the right form, that they're doing it safely, that they're doing it slow and controlled,
Yeah.
doing it properly. And you're just like constantly scanning, making sure clients are
Yeah.
okay. So yeah.
Especially if I've got like people on this side of the room doing
Yeah.
heavy back squats, and then I've got like newbies on this side of the
Yeah.
room. I'm like, okay, I need to go help their form, but then I need
Yeah.
to make sure, like, are they okay with it? And it's like,
Yeah.
and then I've got the music blaring
Yeah.
because I do need to talk, but wouldn't be as much as you do because you really
Yeah.
need to explain things. So maybe
Yeah.
even go into that because, like, for
Yeah.
me, I turn the music up, I yell things over, I'll turn it down when I need to explain something more, and then I'll turn it
Yeah.
back up because, like,
Yeah.
ours is very much the vibe, like music
Yeah.
going, like, let's
Yeah.
go.
So
But yeah, you talk into that part.
I've been to some Pilates classes where music is not the big focus, and that is absolutely fine. I feel like I vibe with that as well. But
Yeah.
I love a good playlist. Like in my class, I played like a girl band's playlist yesterday, and everyone loved it, like Spice
Yeah.
Girls,
But it
blah,
hypes
blah.
you up too.
Yeah,
Like,
it
you don't want to
does.
teach with shit music.
Yeah, like I want to be able to sing during class. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, like it's the
But you
same.
have a microphone.
Huh? No, I don't have a microphone.
Oh, I was going to say,
Not
there's
for a
some that
couple
I
of
went to.
studios. Yeah,
Yeah, some
yeah,
had some, and then my boss
yeah,
has like been toying with it. Like it's
yeah.
just
You don't
like
like it?
finances, technical stuff.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, I always say to the clients, guys, imagine when I get a microphone, you're just gonna hear me sing all fucking day.
Pretty much, yeah. Um, but yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. So sometimes I'll have to lower the volume to explain it.
Yeah,
So my boss slash mentor, Fiona, she sort of told me instead of staying quiet while they're doing a move, do like top to toe awareness. So can you make sure that your core is switched on? Can you make sure your pelvis is tucked under,
yeah,
that your foot's like steady on the ground, that sort of thing?
yeah,
And blast the music and let them move until the next
yeah,
challenge. Yeah.
yeah. That's perfect. And I think if you're following like literally the same, like everyone's following the same
Yeah.
flow. I mean.
Yeah.
That like that's exactly what I would do
Yeah.
because I'm like there's sometimes when everyone's doing the same kind of movement I can like do a very like go through the motions but then there's times when people are doing different exercises and like I can't be yelling out that so yeah it's
Yeah.
really yeah
Yeah.
um sorry that was Mitch um so I was gonna say so you do your own programming as well don't you and you
Mm.
make your own playlist I don't know if everyone else does
I
that
love making my own playlists. Yeah.
yeah see I
I
need to do more of
Yeah.
that
Like I said, like some instructors I go there and they'll just play like a random pop playlist and I'm
yeah
like, no, I specifically curate it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know
I
how many
have one
playlists
that
I have.
I started creating a year ago. It was my birthday
Yeah.
last year. And it just started as like these are some cool, like, not bangers, but like favorite songs that have like turned kind of like upbeat, like
Yeah.
remixy kind of vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will always go back to that playlist because I try other ones that are meant to be like workout energy and this and that. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're
You're
fucking
like,
shit.
no. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm like, we're not listening to that. That's
Yeah.
not fun. No
Yeah.
one knows this. There's just,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
And like sometimes when I do playlists, I'll put the songs that I really like. And I know, like,
yeah,
say for Pussycat Dolls, they've got like a huge discography. Destiny's Child, they've got huge as well. But I
yeah,
don't know all of their songs. So I'll only put the
yeah.
ones that I
Oh,
know.
yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like it's that thing of like, and maybe it's, I don't know if it's the ADHD or if it's just an instructor thing, but it's like when it's like, there's not like, you're
When
not
there's,
saying something
yeah.
or like they're like in their zone. You just like, you need like something to get you kind of
Gotta
going.
sing along to it and you gotta dance to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like
so good.
I love teaching my Monday night classes. Like I have such a strong crew and I just put on the playlist and I'm like, I'm vibing. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
then I
so
come home
much
and I'm
fun.
just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think like that's such a key takeaway from this episode is like obviously how much like energy it takes to do these things, but like something I hadn't even thought of when we started or when like we spoke about it is if there are people out there that are wanting to be a Pilates instructor or group fitness instructor, like just know it looks fun
Yeah.
and it is fun. I
Yeah.
love it.
But it takes a lot
But
of work.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of work that goes into it, especially if you're doing it for the right reasons and you care.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
You have to care about helping people with their movement. It's
Yeah.
not just helping people through a trend of Pilates body. It's helping people better their mental health, better their physical
Yeah.
health. Like I teach 75-year-olds who have come in
Yeah.
with terrible posture, and like 4 weeks later, their posture is so much better. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this is why I do what I do, not for trends, but for like longevity of life. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. It's the exact same thing that we do as well. It's yeah. And you have to like and it comes over time, but you get better at articulating and you get better at
Yeah.
demonstrating, you get better at doing all the million and one things. And then like that's what I mean. Like, and I say this all the time, especially like fitness, like in my side of things. If you don't enjoy it, you will hate it. You
Yeah.
will burn out so quickly. You just you're not having a good time, and then you'll be like, oh, what's the next thing?
Yeah.
Which was a fear of mine when I started. Because like I don't know if I said it to you or in the other podcast today. When I started, it was just I was just like, oh, I just want to do group fitness. Like
Yeah.
I didn't really care for one to
One.
one.
Yeah.
And then now I've been doing them both for 3.5 years,
Yeah.
and I'm like, literally couldn't imagine anything else.
Yeah.
So sometimes you gotta take the risk, but sometimes just
Yeah.
remember it's not always sunshine and
No,
rainbows
it's not sunshines and rainbows. Yeah.
and midday naps and
Look, the
and all
midday
the
naps
things.
help because I need that energy for the hype I'm going to give 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah. God. Yeah. I don't love, I don't think I've ever really done doubles in fitness. I think I did some, but I was like, I'd rather just do a longer morning and then just try
What do
and
you,
not do a
what do you
double.
mean doubles? Oh, like instead
Double
of
shifts. Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
meant.
yeah.
Yeah. Like stint and then home and then
I
back. But
don't
also to
think
be fair,
yeah.
I'd never really lived close.
Hmm. Yeah.
Whereas like for you on your Monday, like you're around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
know I know a few Pilates studios have like the same instructor for like 8 hours straight, like from 5 a.m. until like 12:30. I'm like, it's not very sustainable.
I think it's not.
No.
Oh, I actually yeah,
You don't
because it
get
would
much of a
be
break in between. You get like a half-hour break, probably.
yeah, I was gonna say it would depend on your classes and how
Yeah.
many clients and stuff like that. Because I'm like my Wednesdays, I do 3 classes, then I PT, then a class, then 2 PTs, then a semi-private PT, and then if there's another PT, there's another
Oh my
PT. But like
God.
that, I know, so that's like 8 hours in
Yeah.
itself. But
Yeah.
it's okay. So I always think it's okay because that's I do that on Wednesday,
Hmm.
and then on Friday I can have up to like 12 PTs in one day, but those are my like they're my 2 long days in
Yeah.
person. So
Okay.
I do have that time in
Yeah.
between to kind of
Yeah.
recharge, if you will. Obviously, I've got business and everything else going on, but it's at least like it's my own schedule, it's at
Mhm.
home, it's like I can make it what I want to make it.
Yeah.
So it works for me, but if it was like your full-time gig,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
lot.
It's a
That's a
lot.
lot.
Yeah. Do you
100%.
schedule days off for yourself?
No, it's really bad. It's really bad. I know. I
I
know.
feel
I
like,
try and
yeah.
like this is
I
why
feel like
I'm
in the
I'm
fitness industry, I have really, really tried to make sure I have, like, if you can't hack 2 days, 1 day a week to yourself is going to make a hell of a lot of difference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So like even like trainers I work with, like if they're like quote unquote full time, because
Yeah.
full time in fitness looks different to 9 to 5, but if they're quote unquote full time, like they'll have like they wouldn't do like 4 or 5 days in a row.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it would be like split up, so it
Yeah.
is a bit more manageable. But that's what I mean, because I only do the 2 in person. Even
Okay.
though they're long,
Yeah.
I like schedule my life
Mhm.
around that, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. So that
Yeah. Look,
I'm not go, 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 like and completely killing myself. So
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
do
long
do
as you
that.
get some time for rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make time. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, I can't do anything because I just need to like sit in my
Yeah.
pajamas.
Yeah. Sometimes after it's like, oh, what do you fitness instructors do after you teach? Literally just this, just
Oh my
dissociate.
God. Yeah. I remember I had someone say once, they were like, oh, like it's fine. Like you can go to the gym for 2 hours a day because you've got the time. And I was like,
Mm,
uh.
yeah.
I was like, I don't have the time.
You don't
I'm
have
just
the
literally
time.
switching to well, trialing this week,
Yeah.
switching to like strength group training because I'm like,
Mm,
I don't want to be thinking at the gym. Like I want
yeah.
someone else to look at me and tell me what to do, and
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to have to use a brain cell. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So
And like for me, going to a Pilates class is just nice because I don't have to think about it.
yeah,
And I go to a studio
exactly.
where I don't teach. So it's nice because no one there really knows me, which is great.
Yeah, and even like you said before, like you learn from those teachers. Like even like a class I did this morning. I was like, even just the setup of something, I was like, oh, I wonder if like I could incorporate this into my
Yeah.
class. Because again,
Yeah.
it's just like when you're in group, there's only so much you can do
Yeah.
with the space and the equipment and everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, like I wonder if like, and it's like gets you thinking.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, love that. Um, okay. I think I might move on to the next bit, unless there's any
Yeah.
other notes that you
No.
had. No, I was just going to go into like pretty much one more like main thing
Yeah.
is if this is relevant for you, if it's not, just say Sarah,
Oh,
whatever. Go into like if you could talk to the older version of yourself, so like a previous version of yourself,
yeah.
like pre, I guess even like pre-Pilates or
Mm.
anything like that, what would you say to her?
Um, it's a really good question. It was like one of the questions I forgot to answer on the
On
notes.
your notes, yeah.
But I suppose the first thing that came to mind is just keep moving your body, like
Yeah.
just into your, like I started when I was 20-ish, and I think that was a really good time to start, but
Yeah.
just keep moving your body. Like if I was to talk to the old version of me, or if I was to talk to anyone younger than me, is to prioritize your health.
Yeah.
Like prioritizing your physical health will mean that you're prioritizing your mental health.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
the amount of times that I've shown up to the Pilates studio on a really shitty mental health day and I walk out feeling like not 100 times better, but like 75% better.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. A
Yeah.
100%. And even to the extent of, again, another check-in I had today.
Mm.
Um, what did she say? She said something that she'd been doing recently is saying no to like weekday alcohol, which I didn't
Okay.
really think she did that a lot, but she was like, I've been saying no to it.
Yeah.
She goes, and then
Good.
another question, like, asking like, what are you grateful for? She was like, I'm really grateful for like good mental health. And I was like, not an expert, but I would say they're pretty correlated
Yeah.
by not drinking as much and then having good mental health. So looking after yourself physically, literally what you just said.
Yeah. I think I read this reel. I watched this reel where my favorite Pilates instructor, you might have seen it on my story, but she
Hmm.
said devotion over discipline. So, like, if you're devoted to your physical health rather than disciplined, which also discipline is great, then you're
Yeah.
also devoted to like your mental health and your social health and things like that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
devoted seems a little bit gentler.
I was going to say that's really gentle and I like it though.
Yeah.
So I think as well as if you approach, especially like someone like me, I've been doing this for years, like it just like moving my body comes naturally. But for someone like newer on their journey,
Yeah.
potentially it is that thing of flipping the word of I need to be disciplined to like
Yeah.
I just want to be devoted. Because then you
Yeah.
won't feel that like stress of trying to do it all
Yes. Yeah.
and you'll just kind of choose what you want to do
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
way that feels good.
Immediately when I say, oh, I'm disciplined to I'm devoted, my brain is just like, oh, that's really
Ah,
yeah.
yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
And even on like the shitty days, like a couple of times I've woken up and I'm like, I really don't want to go to the gym. Then I'll swap and go and do a Pilates session because I know that's a lot less intense for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm still devoted to it, but I know I can switch up my gym days and says it's not going to kill me.
Yeah. No. And that's the thing, like, and that's why I love quote unquote scheduling less sessions because again, I can have people say like, "Oh, I'll do 5 if you want me to."
Yeah.
And then
No, I don't want
I'm
you to do
like, yeah, I'm like,
that.
firstly, tell me your schedule, and
Yeah.
then I'll get the weekly recap, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you're not doing 5 because then you're doing 3, and
Yeah.
then you have that flexibility. So like, you're still going to get it done, but it's not
Yes.
like, oh, if I switch gym to tomorrow and
Mm.
Pilates to today, then I've got to do 2 gym in a row, and then like, got to do that. Like, it's not as like stressy, but like, you can still get it
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
That makes
I'm
sense.
already
So
thinking of like my gym schedule post challenge, and I'm like, okay, no gym on a Friday. I'm gonna go for like a late class at Pilates on Friday just
yeah.
because I get home late on
And
Thursdays.
that's 100% like that's actually perfect for you. And that is that thing of like it's quote unquote lazy
Yeah.
to sleep in on a Friday and go to a later Pilates class. But I'm
Yeah.
like, if your schedule calls for getting home at 9, eating dinner at 9:30,
Going to bed at like 12.
yeah, I'm like, it's not actually
Yeah.
lazy.
No, it's
If that
not.
makes because I struggle with that so much. I used to do 2 nights in a row. Actually, I
Oof.
did do a double day. I did two
Yeah.
nights in a row, and one of them was a double day.
Mm.
And the next morning, like, I'd want to sleep till like 7. But in
Yeah.
my head, I was like, that's lazy.
No, it's
Because I'm
not.
like, it's Thursday.
Prioritizing,
Yeah, but I was like, it's
it's
Thursday.
prioritizing your rest. You're devoted to rest.
Exactly.
Devoted to rest.
Exactly. And I was like, it's actually stupid of me to be stressing like this.
Yeah.
So,
And to be honest, in my head, I'm like, okay, it's my schedule. It's not anyone else's schedule.
yeah.
Who else is going to care if I'm sleeping in? No one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Literally. And that's exactly, I'm like, no one, like in my head sometimes I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, someone will know if I don't post on Instagram. But I'm like, now I don't even post till later in the morning
Yeah,
anyway. Like I'll
yeah,
take my photos or whatever on
yeah,
my phone and then I'll
yeah,
post it later. So I'm like, I'll do something at like 7 a.m., post it at
yeah,
like 2 p.m. and I'm like, oh
yeah.
well.
As bad as it sounds, nobody cares. No one is
No
expecting
one
anything from
cares.
you. Nothing is ever that urgent. And I
No.
practice what I preach.
I know. And like, same. I had this
Yeah.
conversation with someone yesterday. I was like, I always talked about we're so easily accessible these days
Yes.
that and I kind of outed myself to my family last week. I said to them, I was like, I don't respond straight away. I think maybe someone was like, oh, I got a message from someone, let me
Yeah.
respond. And I was like, I don't respond to you guys straight away. I said,
Yeah.
even if I'm on my phone and I see a text come through, I'm not responding straight away
Yeah.
because I don't want you to expect that I'm going to do that every time.
Yeah. I need to be
So,
better at that. Yeah.
yeah. So I'll give it a couple minutes. Like if I'm on the phone, I'll give it a couple minutes. Sometimes I actually just put the phone down and I don't even see it. But it's like we're so easily accessible
Mm.
and like we just
Just boundaries.
we
Yeah.
need to kind of set our boundaries with that. And I think again it's different depending. So like my family were like, "What? That's what?" But I'm like, I have got
Mm.
if you guys are texting me, I've got my clients in
Yeah.
person, I've got my
Yeah.
clients online, I've got two email inboxes, I've got Instagram, I've got friends, I've
Yeah.
got like there's so I'm like, no, no one
Yeah.
gets access to me that
If it's
quickly.
that urgent, call me.
Yeah, and if you don't leave a voicemail, it's not that urgent, is it?
No, it's not.
That's my thing. I'm like, you've called me, no voicemail,
Not
send
important.
me a text later. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Or call me
I'm
again later.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
found what really helps, especially on a Tuesday, because Tuesdays are my days off. I'll go
mm,
for a 9:30 Pilates class, and my phone is on airplane mode from like the moment I sleep to the moment I finish the Pilates class.
yeah,
Yeah, because that's my social media day, and my boss will text me, bless her soul, I love her, but I'm
yeah,
just like, I need my brain to be off until I finish Pilates.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that's perfect.
Yeah.
It's so
And I don't need
perfect.
to, I have to remind myself, I don't have to explain myself to anyone.
No.
Yeah.
And I think like but it's so hard when it's you though. You're like,
Yeah.
oh no, but like this person needs me and that person needs me. And it's like, okay, but you also need yourself for a bit.
Yeah,
And like I
exactly.
struggle with it a lot too.
Yeah.
I'm like too in my messages, like
Yeah.
constantly. And this is with me putting in the boundaries and with me having notifications off, I'm still in them a
Baby
bit too
steps, I
much. Yeah,
suppose. Yeah.
yeah. So it's just like little things we can do. That's why I have all notifications off. I couldn't even imagine if I've had them off for I don't even know how long,
I've
like
had
a couple
Instagram
years.
notifications off for like years.
Yeah,
It's so good. Yeah.
I could not even imagine what it would
Yeah.
be like to have it on.
I know
The
some people
phone
have
would
ones.
not,
It's like, pop, pop,
the
pop, pop.
phone would like, if I had it on vibrate, it would vibrate itself off the desk
Yeah.
or something. Like it would just,
How many DMs do you get a day on your like CBS page?
DMs is not, it's not huge.
Mhm.
DMs.
Yeah.
And it depends what I post. Some posts, like one story could get me like 10 to 15 messages over nothing, like just like something so stupid.
Yeah.
And then some days it'll be like five. Like it's really not
Yeah.
heaps.
Okay.
Um, but then it's like, then I go into Everfit and then like
Yes.
responding to all those messages. And usually, like responding to that means I'm looking at something in the profile or
Yeah.
like updating something or doing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like doing something there. So then I've got these tabs open and then I'm like, let me just quickly check my emails. And then, like, because
Yeah.
I'm organizing like currently retreat, my
Yeah.
website, like these podcast interviews, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I've got like, there's already three different things there. Then I've got my personal emails
Your
as
brain must be
well.
running wild.
The brain should unstop, but that's why I'm like, hopefully in the next week or two, it should
Chill out for
calm
a
down a
bit.
bit. Like that's the vibe
Need a
we're channeling.
holiday.
Yeah, well, I've got Perth coming up in
Oh, nice.
5 weeks or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I think five
Yeah.
weeks. Which we are doing the marathon walk, but
Yeah.
that's fine. We are and ahhing after that.
Yeah.
Like I'm having a little break, so that'll be
Yeah.
nice.
I had a
Um,
question about calorie deficits and maintenance calories, but if you would prefer to do it after the recording, that's absolutely fine. Yeah.
I'm curious.
Um,
Let's ask the question.
is it just like a continuous cycle? Like, do I just go from calorie deficit to maintenance and then deficit again? Like, what
No,
happens?
it's so dependent on how the goal progresses over time. So, like,
Yeah.
obviously, the goal right now is fat loss, and we
Yeah.
have the plan in place. So, we're going until, well, I said 2 weeks before your holiday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then we're doing maintenance.
Yeah, I think we're doing 15th March. So you said 4 weeks before my holiday, so my body doesn't go into shock.
Did I say four
I want to
weeks?
do 2 weeks.
Whatever I said. I
Yeah.
wrote the plan down in my, I've got the notes there in your
Yeah.
profile. So the notes are there. So yeah, we'll obviously jump back to maintenance for that. And then when you get back, see how you feel. Is the
Yeah.
goal still fat loss? Is the goal to
Oh, the goal will definitely
maintain?
be fat loss because when I'm in
You're like,
Malaysia, I think my stomach, I have to kind of force my stomach to expand because
yeah, I know what you're saying.
we eat a lot and I want to eat a lot.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't know if I'm going to be necessarily putting on a lot of weight, but I might be losing a little bit of muscle,
I
perhaps.
was gonna say, like, because you're gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not, I would not say you'd lose a lot of muscle. And I wouldn't even say you'd put on a lot of weight. I would say you'd have more water retention
Okay.
because when you're having higher sodium, more
Yeah.
carbs, potentially less water, you're going to be in a hotter environment, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Um,
Sweating
like your
up.
body's going to like hold on to so much more. So when you come back, that's just the natural
Yeah.
progression. It's very likely we would do at least a week at maintenance. Oh my God, excuse me. At least a week at maintenance to let your body regulate so we
Mm.
can see what the scales actually
Yeah.
say. Because like it could jump, let's just say 5 kilos.
Yeah.
But then once you've re-regulated, it could drop back down and
Yeah.
it might just be that 1 kilo.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like not being reactive. It's looking at let's get your body back to its
Yeah.
comfortable and then go from there.
Yeah. I
And like I
feel
said,
like
it's just so dependent on the goal. So like I even have someone in a word shred at the moment. So like we did a deficit last year. That was great. We built her up to back to her maintenance.
yeah.
Had the Christmas holidays, maintenance, whatever, and now we're actively building
Yeah.
until July or something, and then we'll go into a deficit
Yeah.
prior to the wedding. But again, pulling her out of it a couple of weeks
Yeah.
before the wedding, so then her body doesn't completely go, ah, like what's going on? Like she's
Yeah.
fueled and feeling good because again, she's planning a wedding.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
she's got to be stressy those last
Yeah.
couple of weeks. So we don't
Yeah.
want to have
She
to
will
think
be.
about that. Like we've put the plans go in place,
Yeah.
but we adapt as the goal adapts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so I know with calorie deficit, I think I can't remember if it was you that told me or someone else, but it's basically like using like you're burning fat and like building muscle.
So
You're using
burning fat. So if you
yeah.
are doing your deficit,
Yeah.
strength training,
Yeah.
and eating enough protein.
How does that sort of allow you to lose weight? Like what's happening in the body is what I mean. Sorry.
So no. So strength training and the protein
Yeah.
specifically, and eating obviously enough. So not like a huge deficit, like 1,200
Yeah.
calories. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. Um, but strength training, eating enough protein, it's going to allow you to hold on. So you wouldn't necessarily be building the muscle in the calorie deficit unless it's like quote unquote newbie gains.
Yeah.
Um, but you want to be able to hold on to as much as you can. So then because you're in the deficit and eating less, it's burning through your fat, not your
Yeah.
muscle,
Yeah.
which is
Okay.
where that like we always talk about like that toned look. It's from
Yeah.
you've built the muscle, you've got nice and strong. You
Yeah.
want to minimize muscle loss and like you want it mostly to come from fat. So that's why it's like the deficit is so important. I'm like
Mm.
your protein stays up
Yeah.
nice and high and then I
Been
fats
good so
usually
far.
will stay similar, and then I'll drop more from carbs because we have more leeway with those. So yeah,
Yeah. I feel like I've been good with protein so far. Some days are like up and
mm,
down. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, and then maintenance, what happens to the body?
Well, we're trying to get you to that highest point of eating
Okay.
whilst maintaining. So again, you could build muscle in there,
Yeah.
but if you've been doing it for a long time, like someone like me, we would then need to go, okay, would have like if we really want to build muscle, obviously like training harder, training more to a failure, potentially more reps, like there's so many different ways we can do it, but also eating more. So maintenance is the place we want to be at
Yeah.
the end,
Okay.
quote unquote the end, because there's going to be a time where you're like, I'm no longer dieting, I'm no longer building, I'm no longer doing whatever the thing is. Maintenance is where we want to be able to stabilize. So my idea with maintenance is we want to get your maintenance as high as we can where
Hmm.
your body weight stays
The
as
same.
much the same as possible. Like fluctuations, little bits are normal,
Yeah.
but if we can keep it nice and stable,
Yeah.
then we'll find your perfect maintenance. And generally, a lot of the time, like you're eating similar food. So, like, you'll just start to know what your body likes, what it doesn't like.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to eventually go, like, my fitness pal free because you've just learnt and built
Yeah.
and done all the things.
So,
Yeah,
like in a deficit and maintenance, you can still build muscle if you're pushing yourself to failure.
you can. Yeah.
Because I feel like I have
Deficit
been building muscle.
less likely, but it's happened before.
Yeah. I feel like I have been building muscle. Like my ass has grown.
Well, so that's the thing. How much strength training had you done even prior to Whitney's app? Like,
None.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that I would say you're still in that quote unquote newbie gains
Maybe.
phase.
Okay. Yeah.
So I talked to my F45 challenge I did 5 years ago, and I had lost, I think it was 23 or something kilos by that point,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
hadn't done any strength training. So in this 6 weeks, I only dropped, quote unquote, 500 grams
Hmm.
of weight,
Yeah.
but we did the in-body scans. So I'd actually dropped 3.5 kilos of fat
Yeah.
and put on 2.5 kilos of muscle, which is huge for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm like, I was in that newbie gains.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I would say, even though I had been on my journey for years, I was in that newbie gains because I
Yeah. I
hadn't
feel
done
like
much
I'm
strength training.
still, I feel like I'm still in the newbie games because I only started Whitney Simmons like maybe August last year.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
But no, I need to get better with recording things on my fitness pal and whatnot.
Yeah, that's how
Um,
we'll know.
I will update the Kajabi with my meal prep because my meal prep
Yeah,
is
that's okay. Actually,
just the same every
oh,
week.
yeah, no, same. I just realized I actually
Same
wrote down a
habit.
note to take a photo of my lunches today, but then I've eaten two of them, so I
Yeah,
have to take a
me
photo
too.
of my other
Oopsies.
stuff so I can upload it. But I think we should wrap it up here. We've been
Yeah.
yapping for a long time.
Oopsies.
Um, well, if you want to share your socials or up to you if you
Yeah.
want to share where you work, you want people to come see your Pilates, like up to you, share away, and then I'll wrap us up.
Yeah. If you're in the office area, I work at Cardinia Life on Monday mornings and then Spring Change Pilates Monday night. Shameless plug.
Yeah, no, go for it.
And then Thursdays, I teach at Nourished Pilates in Hughesdale. So if you're closer to that southeast side, you can come and join. And then
Yeah.
also They Say Pilates in Caulfield, but only one Saturday a month.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Like rotate, does it rotate through?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun. Gives
Yeah.
everyone a bit
Yeah.
of
She
something
knows I
different.
live quite far, so she's like, I'll give you like one shift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Slow if
Yeah.
it works for you.
It works for me.
Um, cool, fabulous. Well, I'll leave oh your Insta. Do you want people to follow
Oh
your
yeah.
Insta?
Nick and Nimble. So
That's your
NIC and
Pilates one, yeah?
Nimble. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
Pilates one. Yeah. Don't follow my
Yeah.
personal.
Okay. I will link your Pilates Instagram down
Okay.
below
Thanks.
then.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks
A
for
lot of
having
fun.
me.
Always like
Yeah.
it's always
Lots of
fun because
yapping.
like where is it gonna go? We just literally
Yeah.
have no idea. But I feel like we dabbled in a lot, so that's
Yeah, it's good.
quite good if you
Yeah.
ask me. Good bit
Awesome.
for everyone.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us. Thank you everyone for listening, watching, however you're consuming the podcast, Spotify, YouTube, all the things. Like I said, I'll leave Nicole's Instagram down below in the show notes or the caption of wherever you're consuming. And I'll speak to you guys in next week's episode. But thanks for listening. Bye.